3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Hey, friends, it is the Puff and Steph Podcast, and it is Friday. Oh, yeah, big weekend on the horizon. Look out, everyone. Gonna be partying all weekend long, yeah.
Woohoo! Can't wait.
Yeah, whoa, man, I don't even have time to talk about the plans. That's how many plans I have. I'm gonna do some sitting, probably some scratching, and not on turntables like my butt. Probably some video games. Oh man, I might take a nap or 4.
What? That's really out there, Pop. I don't know about that.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty special. And then of course, Sunday brings us another Sunday Fun Day. Check out the list of giveaways we have coming up for Sunday Fun Day. The dogs are excited. The dogs are so excited.
See, they're so excited about it.
Joey's Chicken Shack, Fusion Fire Sushi, Cedar Cliff Pizza, Liquid Noise Brewery, Eye Candy Accessories, Painting by Ashley, and more, including Puff and Steph merch as well. See? The dogs are just...
Everybody's excited.
Everyone's just going nuts.
We're so excited. Marley, stop it.
Hey, you know what? Let her show her excitement for Sunday Fun Day.
Right. She's pumped. She can't wait.
Absolutely. What about you? What do you got planned for the weekend?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Lots of parties, lots of big stuff.
So you went on a hike the other day. We have not talked about your hike. How was your hike?
It was so great. It was on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't know. All the days are the same. It was really, really nice out. And we went to the Gettysburg battlefields and walked around there. And I love Gettysburg. I remember going there in 5th grade. And then it was like a homework assignment. I had to take a test on it. So it wasn't as cool. But now that you can just like enjoy it, I love learning about that stuff. So
now that there's no test.
Right. Now I can enjoy it. And it was just nice to like be out and there were other people. I'm like, okay, there are still other people out here existing. This is good.
Nice. Very nice. So I'm glad you had a good time. Hiking is something you like to do, pandemic or no pandemic, something you also love doing in the before time, pre-pandemic. We're called BC, before Corona, was concerts. You loved concerts.
I love concerts, and I don't think I can accept it if we don't have any this year. So I'm praying.
Well, there was a report released Monday by the Event Safety Alliance and Ticketmaster that gives some guidance on how venue owners could attempt to safely reopen for live concerts right now or very, very soon.
What?
So I'm going to give you some of these guidelines, and I want to know if you would be willing to follow them.
Okay.
Is it worth it to you to still, who's an artist that you would love to go see live?
The Jonas Brothers!
Okay. Would you do this to go see the Jonas Brothers for the 18th time or something? I was hoping you'd pick someone that you've never seen before that you want to, but let's go.
Okay, I'll pick Garth Brooks, because
Okay.
I've never seen him.
Okay, let's call it Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks and the Jonas Brothers go on tour together.
Aw, that's so cool.
And there you are. You have tickets. They're saying that staggered entry times. So your ticket would not only say when or where your seat is, but also maybe gives you an entrance time. You have to enter between this time and this time.
Okay, so that everybody's not pouring in at once.
Right.
Okay.
Screening customers for fevers. I don't think this is going to work because there's lots of people who have corona that never have a fever.
That's true. They all have different symptoms.
I don't know why we keep saying this. Also, there'd be no moshing allowed at the Jonas Brothers Garth Brooks concert.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yep. No crowd surfing allowed at the Jonas Brothers Garth Brooks concert.
I'm not going. That's it. I'm not going.
This one's going to affect you too. Smoking areas will have to be monitored to enforce distancing. So when you go have your cigs, when you go puff your cigs, Steph.
Yep.
And they're saying that they're going to, I don't know how they're going to enforce this, but maybe this is more of a strong suggestion than an enforcement. Hourly hand washing.
What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, that's just ridiculous. At a summer concert, you're just sweaty and gross.
Could you imagine going to a concert like at Hershey Park Stadium and one of the ushers that are like volunteer or something. They have like sticks and they tap you on the shoulder, and when they tap you on the shoulder, that means it's time for you to go wash your hands or something.
Ma'am, it's your turn to wash your hands now. Okay, the lines for the bathroom are already ridiculous and my least favorite part of concerts. So no.
Right. It's one of those things too, because on the list it said limiting flow of people into the bathrooms. But you're saying that they have to hourly hand wash. So what is it?
Right. Because you have to go to the bathroom to wash your hands.
Sure. Or maybe a place like Hershey Park Stadium or Giant Center, maybe they'll walk up and down the aisles with little like hand sanitizer. Just squirt,
See, that
squirt.
would be good.
Or like instead of beer, or along with beer, they're like, beer, pretzel, slushy, cotton candy, hand sanitizer.
Yes. Just add it to the list of foods they're selling.
Yeah. So you can just, I'll take a hot dog, a beer, and can I get hand sanitizer? Sure. And then you pass the money down the line, and because everyone touched your money, they all get to use your hand sanitizer as it goes down the line too.
Right. See, you got it all figured out.
Here's the one glaring issue I have. Beyond the bathroom, beyond the hourly hand washing, beyond the moshing, because you know how I love to mosh.
Oh, absolutely.
The stagger entry times. I get it, right? So not everyone flows in to the show at once. But what happens when the concert is over? Right? So you're like worried about the people flowing into the show, flowing into the stadium or into the concert hall, into the venue. What about when they flow out? Like, it's still everyone pouring out of the same exits.
That's true. Like, how are they going to... Because you can't control a bunch of people when they're ready to leave the show. You can't be like, you guys go at this time, you guys go in 10 minutes. Like, that's not going to work.
Right. So you're... we're worried about the people coming in. What about the people going out? People mostly go out at the very end before the encore or the last song. All right, everyone, this is our last song. Have a great night, Hershey. And then you see people start to flow out.
Right.
Are they going to have, like, barriers? Sorry, you're section 122. You can't leave yet.
Right. Oh, that would be such a nightmare. I don't know how they could control that, especially when people are drinking.
Right.
Like,
and some places are going to do, like, you can only sell 50% of your tickets. Things like that, too.
Wow. I guess that makes sense. What about masks? You'd have to wear masks, I guess?
It's probably a case-by-case situation.
See, my mom and I were actually just talking about this because there's a big concert with Kenny Chesney that's supposed to happen at the end of this month in Pittsburgh, and they haven't canceled it yet, which, like, there's no way that could be happening.
No, they will.
No, but we were saying we couldn't go to a concert wearing a mask. Like, that just takes the fun out of it.
Hold on. What if you went to the concert wearing a Kenny Chesney mask?
That might be cool, but then I can't, like, scream the lyrics. Like, I'm a big sing and dance person
Sure
at concerts.
you can. You just do it behind a mask. I'm telling you, when these things open up, I will 100% be out front selling masks to the artists. Selling masks of the artists. I think this is a fantastic business model. I will sell Kenny Chesney masks. I will sell Jonas Brothers masks. I will sell Garth Brooks masks. I
think that would be popular. I really do.
100%. Unfortunately, we're going to go into break with kind of a bad story.
Great.
But it proves a point. It does prove a point that you've been saying for years. Okay, so there's a reason. It's a sad story, but there's a reason behind me doing it. I don't know if you heard about this, but in Illinois, a French bulldog killed its owner.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The dog was rescued from a dog fighting ring, which I didn't realize that French bulldogs had dog fighting rings.
No, I've never heard of that.
There were other dogs in the house, but the lady, she was like 52 years old, found on her front porch. She made it out of the house. The bulldog bit her legs, bit her arms, and eventually killed her.
Oh my gosh. And she had rescued it.
Yeah, a French bulldog.
Wow.
I do the story not to make you sad, but it proves a point. Because you say that everyone's against pit bulls and pit bulls this, pit bulls that. Pit bulls can be super sweet. It's not the breed, it's the owner.
Preach! So, amen.
A French bull. Could you imagine? Like, a French bulldog is about the same size as Zoe.
Yeah, they're little.
Could you imagine Zoe just gets the murderous look in her eye, and all of a sudden you're like, listen, Steph, we can't find Zoe. She's killed 14 people already.
She's on a killing spree.
Like, I don't want to make fun of this lady's death or anything, but it's a French bulldog. I'm sorry. If it's life or death, you punt it. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, was she old?
She's 52. So she might have been weak.
Okay.
She might have been weak, but 52, when I think of a 52-year-old, I think of someone who could probably fend off a French bulldog. They're like 9 pounds.
They're very capable. So I can't believe that she wouldn't have been able to like fight back or at least run away at the very least.
Yeah. So, but any dog can be dangerous in the wrong hands. I'm looking at you.
Amen. Thank you and good night.
I'm looking at you, Zoe. Puff.
No.
Puff, help me. I'm trapped in a closet and Zoe's outside and she keeps snarling at me.
She would never.
She's already taken out my mom and my brother. I don't know what to do.
I'll make sure to call you if that ever happens.
Okay. All right. Coming up in minutes. Yes, my friends, another Disney Channel original movie review.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Hey, honey, how are the taxes going?
Pretty good. Let's see. We either get $800 back or we owe $4,000.
I think we should call H&R Block.
Let's face it, taxes can be confusing and the laws seem to change every year. Let the professionals at your local H&R Block take the worry out of your tax season. H&R Block in Dillsburg, Newville, Biglerville, Fairfield, and Gettysburg have been owned by the same family for over 50 years, and they've been there for every tax law change along the way. Don't leave money on the table. File your taxes confidently with H&R Block. Everyone is going through something right now, and we're all in this together. That's why CBD American Shaman of PA is looking out for you and your health. During this trying time, CBD American Shaman of PA is focused on safety and the needs of their customers. That's why right now they're offering curbside pickup along with home deliveries. Let American Shaman help you manage these stressful times. To find out how to get high-quality CBD products and a free bottle of Shaman cleansing gel without even leaving your car or home, visit hempishealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
It has been my pleasure over the last month to, we don't do it every week, but to here and there review Disney Channel original movies, or as we like to call them, Steph likes to call them, Steph and pretty much only Steph likes to call them, DCOMs.
The DCOMs.
I'm kind of getting at my wit's end here. And I was like, Steph, we got to, hold on. I was like, Steph, we got to do a big one here. We got to do a big DCOM. And you said, okay, High School Musical. It's time. It's time to bust out the musical. Because you know how much of a fan of Zac Efron I am.
You do actually like Zac Efron, all jokes aside.
Zac Efron, you know, I could be friends with him, I think.
Right, and this was like towards his beginning. Like, oh my gosh, everybody loved him. And this was a really, really big movie.
Yeah, it was. It was not like, say what you want about Smart House, it doesn't even compare to the attention that this movie got.
No, definitely not.
So here is my DCOM review on High School Musical. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. Turn on the music. Here we go. The Disney Channel movie review will probably, or this Disney Channel movie review will probably determine if I ever do it again. If I can't seem to find some good in High School Musical, then there's no reason to continue down this Mickey Mouse path.
Mickey Mouse.
If Zac Efron can't pull me out of this DCOM hole, then nobody can.
So true.
We open the movie at a New Year's Eve party. We meet Gabriella, and all she wants to do is read. Her mom is all like, reading is for nerds, let's party. And Troy and his dad are playing basketball together because if they didn't, they might have to have a heart-to-heart where they talk about their feelings, and they aren't gay or anything, so they shoot hoops. Mom isn't having it and tells them they need to attend the New Year's Eve party. Troy goes to the kids' party. It seems dumb until Troy and Gabriella are picked to sing together. Troy is all like, I can't sing. I can't even sing. Oh, my God. And then he sounds like a damn angel sliding down a rainbow.
He does.
Shy Gabriella is also quite the songstress. They just met, and they're singing in perfect harmony. It's like were meant for each other.
Aww.
After the song, they're talking, and then New Year's hits. There's fireworks, they exchange numbers, and then they awkwardly part. Now we're off vacation and back to school. Everyone cheers as Troy gets off the bus for some reason. I don't get it.
Because he's the most popular kid in school, duh.
Okay. Gabriella is then shown around on her first day at a new school. Oh my God, it's Troy's school. Who saw that coming? A teacher on a power trip puts half the class in detention because she needs a man in her life. As Troy shows Gabriella around the school, some crazy girl named Sharpay jumps out from behind a wall to interrupt them. She's all about Troy. I think she's going to be the villain of this movie. At basketball practice, Troy asks his friends about the school musical. They shoot Troy down, saying it's lame. They don't rap. They sing show tunes. And then he compares Sharpay, his friend, to an animal that you don't pet. He seems like a very narrow-minded individual, Troy's friend. Played by Corbin Bleu, I believe.
Yeah, it's Chad.
Sure. Okay, now I'm confused. Right after telling Troy singing is dumb, the whole team then breaks out into a song and dance number.
That's a really good point.
This does not seem like a very efficient basketball practice. When I was a baseball coach, if I walked in on this, I would have forfeited the entire season and quit.
Your kids never sang Get Your Head in the Game in the middle of practice?
Do you know what my kids did? And you've been around baseball players enough to know that they don't do this. My kids used to do like softball-like chants.
No, that's what I did when I was like 12.
Right. You did those softball chants. Well, I got on to this team, and like in the first game, they started doing it, and I just turned around and looked at them. I said, guys, we are never doing that. That is something softball players do. You need to cut it out.
You gotta.
Like, coach, you've been doing it for years. I go, I'm here to put a stop to that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's what I feel bad for my parents that had to deal with that.
Yeah.
And the coaches.
Okay, back to the movie. Sharpay confronts Gabriella about her relationship with Troy. She says he was just showing her around, and Sharpay seems to be quite intimidated by her. She does a web search and learns that Gabriella is really smart and plots against her for some reason. Detention in this school apparently means child labor, as the kids are painting sets for the school musical. Wow, Disney, I expected more of you. Sharpay gets the mathletes, or whatever they're called, interested in Gabriella. No way Troy is going to be interested in a nerd. This movie seems to lift people up by putting others down. As the smart kids try to bring Gabriella into their club, they do it by making fun of other groups, like the cheerleaders. They call them like ditzes and airheads and things like that. Cheerleaders can be smart and energetic, Disney. Again, quite ashamed of you. Troy tries to have a heart-to-heart with his dad. His dad ignores that his son is obviously dealing with something important and switches it back to basketball. Troy is conflicted. Should he try out for the musical? He's afraid to tell anyone about what he's going through. He makes his way to the theater room and watches some auditions. Gabriella joins him, and they talk about trying out. Sharpay and her brother get up and they crush it. Another musical number breaks out. At least this was in an actual theater and not a basketball practice. Troy and Gabriella take the plunge and decide to try out, but the teacher doesn't let them. That seems kind of screwed up in my book. They stay after and they sing with a composer named Kelsey. Their version is so much better than Sharpay and her brother's. The teacher was listening and invites them back to try out. Sharpay finds this out and is not happy. She's afraid of competition. The members of the basketball team also find out that Troy sang. How dare he?
Can you believe it?
Another song and dance number breaks out. Everyone is spilling secrets in the form of song. It's quite magical.
Status quo.
Yep.
It's one of my favorites.
Yep. It has a great message of getting out of your comfort zone and not giving in to peer pressure. The basketball team confronts Troy. He's being told to stay in line. Gabriella gets a note from Troy asking her to meet him on the roof. They have a good talk where they talk about their insecurities. They both decide to do the callback audition and get to work practicing. Troy is skipping basketball practice to work on singing. His dad/coach is not happy. Gabriella joins Troy as he works on basketball. Again, Dad is not happy. He tells Troy that he has responsibilities to his team and his school. You're a playmaker, not a singer, he tells him. His best friend goes after him too. He says, you're a hoops dude, not a musical singer person. That's a direct quote.
That's exactly what he says.
That's a direct quote, by the way. Meanwhile, Sharpay and her brother are scheming about how to get Gabriella and Troy out of the play. Their friends are doing the same thing. How dare these two step out of line? Troy's friends stage an intervention for him. Gabriella's friends seem to be doing the same. Both push back heavily, but Troy is recorded saying that singing and Gabriella means nothing to him.
Because they pressured him into it. He didn't really mean it.
I know. I'm Team Troy here.
Okay, good. Just make sure.
A pep rally starts for the basketball team, complete with a special song for the team. Again, okay. Then Gabriella has a solo. This is quite the High School Musical. Gabriella tells Troy she isn't going to do the final audition with him, and they should stick to their own teams. This upsets Troy. He can't seem to make a basket. His dad sees that his son is in pain, but instead of talking to him, he just goes back inside the house. Way to avoid talking about feelings, Dad. Troy's friends meet him on the roof and tell him they're wrong. He should sing. Gabriella's friends do the same thing. They all admit they were wrong. Troy and Gabriella, they have to sing, Steph.
They do. They're so good together.
Troy goes to Gabriella's house. She doesn't want to see him, so he does what any sane person would do and breaks into her bedroom on the second floor to convince her to change her mind about singing. She says yes out of fear.
She wouldn't let him in the front door, in his defense.
So if someone doesn't let you in the front door, you should break into their house? Is that what you're saying?
No, that was a really bad I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, you didn't think, did you? All right. After killing it on the court and in the classroom, the well-balanced pair practice for their audition. Sharpay hears it and gets the audition, pushed back to the same time as the game and the smart people competition thing that Gabriella does.
She's the worst.
This upsets everyone, but Troy has a plan. Troy's dad finally has a heart-to-heart with him, but still only talks about basketball. This dude has issues. Everything begins at the same time. The game, the smart people battle, and the auditions. This is the climax of the movie, people. Sharpay and her brother do their audition, engage in some heavily cultural appropriation, transforming a show tune into a Gloria Estefan-esque Caribbean track.
Up to the top.
It was weird. Meanwhile, the game is going well, and the smart people are doing their smart people thing. The smart people sabotage the game and create some sort of electrical problem that puts the game on hold. At the same time, the smart kids mix some of the toxic chemical at their competition and makes everyone clear the room. Both of these things, extremely dangerous. But what it did was get Troy and Gabriella to make it to the audition just in the nick of time to perform for all of their friends who showed up to support them. They sing, it's magical.
It was so good. That performance gives me goosebumps every time.
Cut back to the basketball game, and Troy makes a game-winning shot. His dad is finally proud of him. The science team won their thing, whatever that was, too. Everything is turning out awesome. People are asking each other out left and right. A game ball is being passed around. This is all very strange. And then the final number, Together, hits, and the movie is over.
All in this together.
Yes. All right, here we go.
I know the.
When I look back at my hour-and-a-half viewing of High School Musical, I will remember fondly the message that everyone is special and you should do what makes you happy and not worry about what your friends may think. It's your life, not theirs. But I will also remember that my prediction of Sharpay being the villain was only half right. No doubt that she was kind of a bad guy, but she was just a low-level thug compared to the film's main villain, which is who?
I have no idea.
Of course, I'm talking about Troy's father, Jack Bolton.
Oh, yeah, he's a jerk.
He was on Troy's case the whole movie, pressuring him to do better, focus on the game, not the girl, not the audition. Even right before the game, when he told Troy to have fun in the championship, he made no mention of singing. It's something that obviously brought Troy joy, and he couldn't care less about it. Troy was his golden pony that he was riding to the championship, and only after he delivered the trophy did he tell his son that he's proud of him. Still, no mention of singing. What do you think would have happened if the team lost? I'm not 100% sure, but I bet it would involve Troy sleeping in the backyard.
That's true. He's evil.
So this begs the question. Will I continue down the DCOM path? Was Zac Efron enough to keep me on the Disney Channel original movie train? Yes, but I'm hanging on by a thread. Steph, choose your next movie wisely. It might be the only way we keep this whole thing together.
Yes, we're all in this together. And what a perfect time during Corona and everything. That sounds so great. Okay, so speaking of the next DCOM, how would you feel about...
Can I guess?
High School Musical 2?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Camp Rock.
Oh, that's good too.
Should I go to High School Musical 2?
You know what? There's 3 of them, and the first one will always be the best.
Oh, dear God.
More.
All right. Okay, we'll talk about it. I don't know if I could. We'd have to skip a week. I need to skip a week. I need some time. All right. Coming up in minutes, Corona Fashions.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Hey, honey, how are the taxes going?
Pretty good. Let's see. We either get $800 back or we owe $4,000.
I think we should call H&R Block.
Let's face it, taxes can be confusing and the laws seem to change every year. Let the professionals at your local H&R Block take the worry out of your tax season. H&R Block in Dillsburg, Newville, Biglerville, Fairfield, and Gettysburg have been owned by the same family for over 50 years, and they've been there for every tax law change along the way. Don't leave money on the table. File your taxes confidently with H&R Block.
Everyone is going through something right now, and we're all in this together. That's why CBD American Shaman of PA is looking out for you and your health. During this trying time, CBD American Shaman of PA is focused on safety and the needs of their customers. That's why right now they're offering curbside pickup along with home deliveries. Let American Shaman help you manage these stressful times. To find out how to get high-quality CBD products and a free bottle of Shaman cleansing gel without even leaving your car or home, visit hempashealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
So, now that pandemic obviously is in full swing, we're trying to figure out what we're doing with our lives. There's certain ways we have to change things. You know, obviously we're wearing masks everywhere. But have you heard of maskne, Steph?
Oh, great. No.
All over social media, people claim they are suffering a new kind of blemish. Maskne is caused by the combination of rubbing from the mask, which irritates the skin, as well as the hot moisture trapped inside.
Ew, moisture.
They say it dilates the pores and allows bacteria and oil to clog them up. Dermatologists say they've seen the condition before with athletes who wear a helmet or a baseball cap even. Hat-knee, if you will.
Yes, I've heard about that.
The combination, or the recommendation is that you wear a cloth mask, wash it frequently. If you're using a disposable surgical mask, let it dry out for 24 hours before wearing it again, or you could be a sufferer of maskne.
I actually thought about this, but I'm fortunate to not have to be like out working on the front lines and wearing one constantly. So I don't think I wear one often enough. But my dermatologist has told me before about like the hat acne that you can get, especially if you're sweating.
Mm-hmm.
And I worry about that.
All right, so that's one piece of Corona fashion you have to worry about. How about this one? Have you heard of the trikini?
Oh, gosh. A bathing suit?
This is an Italian fashion designer has created a line of 3-piece swimsuits. There's a bikini top, a bikini bottom, and a matching face mask. The trikini.
Oh, okay. All right. I like it. That's crafty.
It's all those visits to the beach during lockdown.
Right. Well, I saw that some beaches are opening up now, and you just have to like reserve your own little section, and they're all like spaced out. So hopefully that can be a possibility for vacation this year.
Yeah, and you can rock a trikini.
Right, because you wouldn't want to not match.
Oh my God, that girl's so hot. Ew, she's not matching. Ew. All right, Stump Steph, a quick one today. Maybe, we'll see. 15% of people surveyed said this is the first thing they remember scaring them. So this is the first thing that they thought was scary and that they remember. What is this? I will start you off with a hint. Not an animal.
Oh, it's not an animal.
Not an animal.
Is it like swimming, like deep water?
Nope.
Not an animal.
I don't know if you would... Just knowing you as an adult, I'm going to go ahead and say you were probably not part of this 15%. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think you were.
Oh, is it heights?
Kind of. What gets you physically high, not like what gets you high, bro.
Oh, yeah. Roller coasters.
Close.
Like other rides, like Ferris wheel?
Ferris wheel.
Yeah. No, I
Nice job.
don't think I was ever scared of that stuff. We
Yeah.
always did all that.
I'm not shocked. I didn't think you would be. But yeah, 15% of people said the first thing they remember scaring them is a Ferris wheel.
That's very specific. I thought it might just be like rides in general.
Sunday Fun Day happens in just a couple of days. Friends, Joey's Chicken Shack, Fusion Fire, Cedar Cliff Pizza, Liquid Noise Brewery, Eye Candy Associates, Painting by Ashley, and more. Do you want to win some free stuff? Be with us Sunday night at 8 for all the fun. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you on Sunday.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.